Do you feel like you have no control or say in your life? Well, in this video, I'll be telling you ways how you can regain control over your life. Number one is to learn how to defend yourself mentally and physically. You can start by going to defense classes like boxing, MMA. This is what I have started. Because if someone physically disrespects you or attacks you, nobody else will defend you but you. And ever since I've started going to boxing, I've gained the confidence to say no when I want to say no. That if someone ever disrespects me, that I am ready and I am down to stand on business. And the other thing is learn how to defend yourself in arguments by learning knowledge. These days, knowledge is completely for free on the internet. We have completely forgotten about this. So if someone is destroying you in an argument, you can learn that argument and destroy them. Number two is not to always blame yourself for everything that has happened in life. Because there's always that person, the black sheep in the family, that gets blamed for everything. But you have to distinguish and understand when it is your fault when you fucked up and when you haven't fucked up. Because not everything that is happening in the world is your fault. Remember, you're just like one of an 8 billion person in this world. So you can't be blamed for everything that happens. And you have to understand who's blaming you for that. And then you have to stand on yourself and tell them. And the other thing is learn how to love yourself. Because how do you expect others to love you if you don't love yourself? Because if you don't love yourself, you have nothing to bring to the table to others. Number five is to stand for your interests. Because the thing is, most of us have been taught by our parents to do things for others, but not ourselves. But the thing is, if we are doing things for others, we are not benefiting ourselves. Because when you're doing something for other people, you are benefiting them. And sometimes you are benefiting ideas that are only benefiting the people. So how are you helping yourself if you're helping others? You see, you gain nothing over helping someone. And that's why you feel like you have no control over your life. Number six is to understand that your failures do not define you. This thing is, failure is just a consequence, okay? And the mind and other people's opinions is what bring us pain. Because the thing is, we control this pain mentally and both physically, right? Because if we think that we are failing and that everything is our fault, then we bring this pain. But if we start to think that other people's opinions do not matter of us and that we should stand for our interests, then there is no other opinion that matters than us. And the only person that we can compare with results is ourselves. Then we can become more successful. Then we can do more things. Next thing is to be yourself. Because you know, our parents have taught us to be someone that could be agreed on. Someone that is not what you are. You have to do the things you like. You have to say the things you want to say. You have to do whatever you want. Because if you do the things you like, that will bring you happiness. And if you do the things that bring you happiness, sooner or later, you will gain success from that. Because you have more power doing things that you like than doing things that you don't want to do, that other people want you to do. The next thing is that there is no definition or a time that is too late. Because the only time that it is too late is when you die. Because you can change your life at any moment in your life. Morgan Freeman was 50 years old when he became a famous actor. What is your excuse to say that you should give up? Why would you give up? You could still stand on everything. You could still do a lot of things in your life. Because as long as you are breathing, as long as you are standing, and as long as your heart is pumping, you can change your life. You can change your outcome. You can change your weight. You can change so many things in your life that you don't understand. And the next thing that you have to understand is that we have to change our mindset. We have to change the fact that this feeling of despair. Oh, I don't have money. Oh, I don't have this. I don't have whatever, right? I remember when I was sleeping in my dad's car, the radio was on and there was this singer guy. I have no wife, I have no money, I have nothing, but I got my feet, I got my hands, I got everything. And the guy who was singing, he was so happy about life. He was like, look, I have legs, I have hands. That's the thing you guys don't understand. Our existence isn't one or 4 trillion. There's so many particles that never get to be alive. And you have hands, you have legs. There's so many people that are handicapped that still can make decisions. There are even people with Down syndrome that have bachelor's degrees. You change your mindset from, oh, I can't do it, to no matter how long it takes, no matter how long I will have to try this, I will get to that. And when you think like that, you succeed more. You have more energy to do it. Trust me, you will become successful. It is a matter of time. Next thing is to not take life serious. The thing is, we all are living on a floating rock where everybody's paying taxes on a planet that could die out at any given time. So tell me, why the fuck would you take this shit serious? Because sooner or later, you will die and all your life's problems will never matter. How I try to not take life seriously is make humor out of my struggles. Out of the times I've been bullied or struggled, I laugh at those times. When we make our lives an anecdote, and when we make our lives not that serious, then we have more energy and strength to do the things that we want, to pay taxes, to do things on time. The next thing that can help you is my enemy mentality. This thing helps me with sleep. When I am restless at nights and I can't fall asleep, and my hands are shaking and I'm stressed out, I think to myself, well, my enemy would not ever want me to fall asleep. And when I think that to myself, somehow I fall asleep. When you're late to things, tell yourself, my enemy would want me to be late. My enemy would like me to lose. My bully would want me to lose. And then you will stand on business. When you are thinking about killing yourself, you would think to yourself, my enemy would want me to kill myself. Then you can change how you think. The next thing is how you talk to yourself. Using swear words, using bad words. If you demean yourself, you're saying, oh yeah, I'm a shitty person. You understand that you are telling yourself that you are a shitty person. But nobody ever told you that you are a shitty person. Everything you do will be treated like shit, because that is how you treat yourself. It's because we view ourselves how we talk to ourselves, how we treat ourselves. The next thing is to enjoy the little things. Remember, every time you succeeded, even when you was little, it doesn't matter. Because when you are thinking about the small things that you have succeeded in life, then all the failures don't matter. Because in this world, darkness is more than the light. But I will tell you this, when your brain is positive, the positivity can outshine every darkness shadow that shows up in your life. Next thing is that your past doesn't define you. You understand that your life, you can change anything in your life. Thing is, we can change how we think. And fuck what medicine says, oh yeah, you get old, your brain becomes stupid. You understand, if you read books, you gain knowledge, you become smarter. Thing is, don't learn knowledge for others, but learn for yourself. And then you can change yourself. That's the thing. When you believe that, then sooner or later, you will achieve that. The next thing is to not let your ego get in the way of things. Because everything that we do takes time. Gym, learning, right? Bachelor's degree takes 3 years. A master's degree takes 5, okay? Everything takes time to succeed. So don't let your ego and expectations get in the way of you trying to succeed. The next thing that is really important is learn when to listen and when to disagree. You have to differentiate. You have to understand. The thing is, through knowledge, you will understand when you are bad-mouthing someone or when you are interrupting someone. It's not that you are interrupting someone on a bad will, it is because you don't have the knowledge. The next thing you have to learn is emotional intelligence. You have to understand emotionally when someone doesn't like you, or when someone is bad-mouthing you by dissing you indirectly, by sneak dissing you. Because if you don't understand that, then people will continue disrespecting you. And if you don't understand these basic things, then you will just get mad for no reason. But once you gain the knowledge on how to argue with people that disrespect you, you can disrespect them intellectually, then you can gain such power. The next thing that we need to learn is when to shut the fuck up. Because sometimes we just talk too much. Sometimes we just say useless things that don't really matter. I have suffered through this all my life, and so many people have told me to shut the fuck up. And honestly, I agree. Because sometimes I really be doing the Japanese, bro. The next thing is manifestation. When Drake in 2006 had this wallpaper of a mansion, he succeeded in that. And I've seen a lot of videos about like people that tell people how to get rich, is that like You can go to a car dealership and pretend like that car is yours. And when you are sitting in a car that you think is yours, then sooner or later you will get it. You can go to suburb rich regions and pretend that someday this will be your house. And then you can see how your brain can figure out ways how to do that. Because the problem is our mindset and how we solve things. Because the brain is a machine, and if you are focusing on failures, then your brain is going to focus on the things that you have failed. You see, the brain is a machine that you control. You can't change its directions like you are the driver to a car. The next thing is shifting the problems we are trying to fix. The thing is, sometimes people try to fix things that they can't control. Like, you are putting blame on yourself that it is a rainy day. Oh, you are blaming yourself that there are mosquitoes. You are blaming yourself that a friend didn't come. You have to understand, there are things in this world that we can control, and there are things that we can control. You can only control the things that are up to your decision, not the things that are not controllable, like the weather, the political situation, right? You're not a politician, right? So think about the things you can change. When you start to think about the things that you can change, you can measure, then it is easy. And it is always preferable that you start with basic things. Don't try to solve complex things like, oh yeah, how can I get rich today? No, maybe start with basics, like, how can I do something? Like, what I did is, first, when I was making videos in the first month, I didn't have the confidence to stick to a certain topic. And now I have the confidence to stay on topic, to edit. I do everything. I'm like a one-man army, bro. And the next thing that is really important, you have to learn when to stop solving things and when to solve things, okay? I suffer from this all the time. Sometimes my dumbass thinks it's a good time to solve problems at nighttime. And then I think to myself, wait, the reason I can't fall asleep is because I'm trying to figure out something that is during sleep time. And this is what my dad said. Listen, if you want to fall asleep, just figure out what you want to do the next day. And I think this advice is honestly shit. Because the thing is, when you are going to sleep, you should not be thinking about the things that you need to solve. You should be thinking about those things at daytime, not fucking night. At nighttime, you should be resting, you should be taking off the phone, the blue screen, and just relaxing. So don't do things that stress you out. Because if you're stressing out at nighttime, then if you have shitty sleep, then your day is shit. So learn to just take things easy and learn to separate when you have to do things and when you don't have to. The next thing that's really important is to note yourself. Sometimes my dumb ass forgets about events that happen. And so what I do is I make a health chart, meetings. I write these things down in my phone, like on a separate, like, planning thing, and that's how I remember it. And this is really good advice. The next thing that really helps is that, like, when you're really tired at something, you have a deadline, you have to really finish it. Just tell yourself, or you're like running and you're just running out of energy. What I do is I tell myself, look man, look Nick, just run another second. Just write something on another second. This is what I tell myself when I'm editing a video. My brain is telling me, man, stop, bro. Just relax, okay? And I tell myself, look, one more minute. And by one more minute, boom, I complete the video. And just by like that, bro. When we learn these things and these mechanisms, our lives become easier, bro. The next thing that's really underrated is change the way you dress yourself. Because if you dress yourself in a bad way, then also that people that dress nicely for themselves, not for others, like, you're treating yourself in a bad way. Because it is scientifically been proven that people that dress nicely for themselves, not for others, like, I mean, like, dressing good, not in means of branding, but something like a style that is your own style. You don't have to be other people's style, but your own distinct style. You will see how you change yourself, because it has been scientifically proven that a person in a tuxedo will talk differently. And I've seen this, that when I am in like a suit, like I am a lawyer, I feel like I am a judge. I feel like I'm a genius, bro. I feel like I could stand on business, bro. The next thing is to do something consistent. The biggest problem these days is that people have high expectations. They start something quickly and then they end it, okay? I have been doing this all my life, and I've understood that this is not how you should do it. You should not just like start a hobby, do something, and boom. If it doesn't succeed, boom, failure. No, no, no. You have to do it slowly. You have to do it continuously. This is what I do with my videos. The more I make videos, the better they become. The more I emphasize. And I'll be telling you honestly that my video making this time has never been this consistent, okay? And this is partially to myself, pushing myself to the max. Sometimes I do not want to edit these videos. Sometimes I don't want to even make it. But I tell myself, if my enemy is succeeding right now, and I say to myself, I give up, then maybe I'll never get to be the person that I want to be. And even if I fail, what does it matter? Because at least if I die right now, then I will die happy doing things that make me happy. The next thing is to shape pain. Remember the time you failed. Remember the time you lost a partner. Remember the time you lost a close family member. When my dad died, I was the closest person to see him. And for like the closest time, I would blame myself for not being there faster. But I understood that even if I was there, he probably would have died anyways. And sometimes I think to myself, I could have done more things before he died. But then I think to myself, look, that I can't change that. And so now I've changed my thinking from the bad things about my dad's death to the good thing. That I am thankful that I have my father. That I am thankful that he was in my life. Because he will forever be in my heart, okay? He will always forever be in my heart. As long as I am standing, I will stand for my dad's ideas of never giving up and never ever stopping the things I love. And it's not to make my dad happy, no. It is to, and the next thing that is important to know is when someone is abusing you and you feel like it's not your fault, it is important to remember the times that they did wrong to you and to distinguish that those times they did wrong to you. And to understand, is that person helping you or is that person just making your life worse? Because if someone is mentally sucking you out of your energy, then that person is using your mental chakra to be more successful. This is what I've understood. There are some people, like narcissists, that use other people's energies and chakras to be more successful, like sociopaths, narcissists. So you have to distinguish who is that person and not let them suck you out of your energy. The next thing is to not overshare. Because if you overshare, that sometimes you have a plan, you have to do something, you want to succeed in something, and you tell the wrong person, the wrong friend, wrong family, they tell you that your idea is stupid. And now you think to yourself, well, yeah, maybe that idea is stupid. Now, guess what? Now that idea will never come into fruition just because you told the wrong person. So sometimes when you are working on something, just stick it to yourself, okay? And only tell someone that idea once you have already succeeded in that idea. Because not everybody wants you to prosper and succeed. And if you like this video, feel free to press like and subscribe for more videos like this, because I upload these type of videos every week on this YouTube channel. So it's been your boy. Peace.